When you wake up, you're on a bunk. There's a pillow underneath your head and a blanket over your body. Um, you're not wearing your same clothes anymore. It seems to be some sort of nightgown. The place you're in smells a bit like a sewer. And the wall next to you is this sort of it's a bit damp on the wall, but it's stone. Definitely worked. Um, the bunk is not the most comfortable one you've ever been in. It seems to be like a hay of some kind because it's kind of poking in your back and all around. But there's a bunk on top of you, you think, because it's sort of really close to you like this. But you can, yeah, it's a little bit dark, but you can kind of make out stuff just in front.
I check first for Nikita and Striker. Like, is it on my bed or anything? Can I see?
Nikita is right next to you. She's sort of resting there. And then you see Speaker down by your feet, also sleeping.
Now maybe
you also sense that something inside of you, that thing that you had felt before, is somewhat asleep, but you also sense that it sort of left something else behind. All of that is still there. You can still sort of feel it, the connection to the cat. You still feel that. But it's sleeping.
Just like the cat?
Just like the cat.
Okay, so I cover up Nikita in my arms and try to look around. Can I see anybody?
You kind of poke your head out a little bit and kind of look. There's a small candle that's on a table kind of right behind your head. And you see in the bunk directly across from you that Corwin is lying there. Armor is no longer on him, and he seems to be deeply asleep. On the bunk up atop, you can make out another shape up there as well. You're pretty sure from the hair it's Parno, especially also from the snore.
It's very charming snore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure.
It's like a purr of a snore.
Exactly.
And since you know there's a bunk up above you, you assume that Christiana is up there.
Are there any windows in the room?
There's a door, but no windows.
Okay. I had to ask. I know maybe
no
sewer, but
it does feel kind of like a sewer, like it does from the dampness of the walls and sort of everything else, and there's weird clay pipes kind of going up above you. You get the feeling that you're underground.
Only 3 bunks?
4. The 2 on the side and then the one above.
Oh, right, mine. Yeah. 4. Yeah. I can add. Everybody's sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so while everyone is still sleeping, I'm going to feed Nikita first and foremost.
Well, your things aren't in the room.
My things aren't in the room. Okay, I keep Nikita with me.
Feed him the cat.
In my arms. I'm not going to feed him the cat because the cat might poison him. I'm going to peek out the door.
Why don't you give me an intelligence check?
I'm very smart. Remember, I'm a smart one.
No, I know. That's why.
Nice man.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Sorry.
Stop over.
I'll move extremely stairs.
Okay, you'll get the hang of it. It's fine.
12.
That's fine. You're not hungry.
That's nice.
No. You can't remember the last time you were ever hungry. I mean, you've eaten, you've had food, but you're not hungry. I mean, all this stuff has happened, everything that's gone on, you're not hungry. And now that you're kind of thinking on it, the food that wasn't there back at the flop house was just really never there. Though Nikita does look content right now. I mean, he wakes up, as of course you're kind of moving him and everything else like that. kind of looks at you. He looks a little less sickly. Might be that they fed him a bit and stuff like that. But
They who I don't know.
they who you don't know, whoever put you in this bunk and put a nightgown on you.
Right. Okay. Can I pick up the door now?
So you're going up to the door.
Yes.
All right. Let's remember we have to take this step at a time. So you go up to the door. Are you looking through the keyhole or opening it?
I would look through keyhole first.
You kind of put your eyes down towards the keyhole, and you can make out through the keyhole a couple of shapes. They're standing at a table. It's kind of hard to make out most of it. One of them seems to be sort of like, can't make out the head, but it's definitely the clothes of the sort of male figure that you had seen. And then the other one, sort of behind on the other side of the table, is definitely Viola. And as you're sort of peeking through, a little blue eye appears directly in front of the keyhole and is looking directly at you.
I cover it with my hand.
Okay.
And I look down at Fox and say, do you think we should give Christiana a chance? Maybe I wake her up? I whisper to Fox, of course, to not wake up other people.
Fox nuzzles you.
Okay, I'm going to take that as a yes, but I'm going to tiptoe back over, and I'm going to
You see that this sort of gas begins moving through the keyhole,
oh shit.
and then the gas begins to grow and take form. And then you see that woman, the bluish skin and the sort of like the circle tattoos all across her body.
So I see this before I get to her bed?
Yes.
Okay.
Is standing there, and she's looking down at you, and she's smiling, and she reaches out with her finger and just goes boop on your nose. She doesn't say boop, but she just sort of taps it.
Does anything happen?
No,
I want her to say boop.
Nope. She just sort of taps it, and she's smiling.
Hello? Do you talk?
And she begins to open her mouth, and the sounds of wind comes out, and you hear like almost this sort of melody of sorts kind of makes its way through. It's kind of like the sound of rustling leaves as the wind makes its way through, or the sounds of like that high pitched, but not really high pitched, but that sound of
That
the
wind whistle.
Yeah, the wind whistle.
Susurrus.
Can
You've heard of Orin before, the language.
Okay.
You've never heard it spoken, but you've read about it, and you're fairly certain this is it.
That's kind of cool. Okay, so it seems like you understand me, though. Is there any chance you could maybe bring me somebody who will talk to me without killing me? I mean, you're not killing me, so I'm thinking this is a good sign, yeah?
She shrugs, and then she smiles, almost like it's a little bit of a joke to herself.
Maybe I just want to go to bed. It's okay. You can go back to the doorknob. Go back to the room. No, it's okay.
And she just basically goes and changes and goes back through.
Okay. So, Fox and me, we thought, so, but I'm assuming there is a blanket or something on her, right?
Mm-hmm. She's also wearing a nightgown.
Okay. So, very carefully, I'm going to crawl on top of her bed and straddle her and hold her hand.
Because that'll stop her.
Yeah. And
Uh-huh.
Christiana!
You hear your voice.
Christiana!
So hold on. So you're sitting, sort of
Sitting on top of her.
sort of hiding. It's underneath the bed,
Mhm.
and you hear your voice being called.
Mhm.
And you look out from underneath the bed, and you can see different shapes, different people, but they're kind of off in the distance. You swear you see Parno kind of off to your left. and he's just sort of sitting there and leaning back and daydreaming. He's just looking off into the sky. There's some feet in front of him, covered in just blackness, floating directly in front of him. And there's chains coming off of both of them. Chains that are making their way in front of you and across. And it's then that you see the chain that's attached to you, onto your hand, a small, tiny little hand. And you see that a face, like a hand, kind of comes up to the bed and just lifts it up. And you see yourself looking down. You just stay there. You'll be safe. Christiana. And then you wake up. And you see her.
Why are you on top of me?
If I let you up, will you promise not to kill me?
Do I know what you're talking about?
You remember hiding
Uh-huh.
and just kind of going back and going underneath the bed, as it were. And that's about it.
Why would I kill you?
You killed many people yesterday. I think yesterday. I'm not sure.
When she says that, a bit of a flashback comes back to you. Like you kind of see yourself in this blur of blades.
I don't know.
You don't know if you'll kill me.
No. I don't really recall correctly doing something like that.
You see Corwin taking off his helmet. And the two of you nodding to one another. And you're ready to just go forth and slaughter.
To victory!
At least I have a tendency to laugh, but pretend that I'm not laughing.
No, I know.
Whenever it gets to it, no, I'm telling Krista.
I know.
I'm not intentionally laughing
It's
while
okay.
I'm doing this.
You feel one other thing I just want to add. Every death, every person you kill, you're freeing them.
That's so messed up.
Just like your father would want.
Okay. No, I think it's okay.
So what I'm guessing, she's not saying she's fighting against me or anything. Could I do like a sense motive on her?
Actually, you don't roll it. You can tell that she's sort of confused and everything else, but you also can sense they're asleep.
She's asleep while she talks to me.
No. Like, they're asleep. The other part, the part that woke up and that was killing all the people, is asleep.
Oh, got you.
Just like yours is. They're all asleep.
Okay.
But they'll call when you call.
So I will back off of her. I'm sorry, but you scared me yesterday. And I'm talking very quiet, right? I'm trying not to wake up other people. We have a problem.
Okay.
As you can see, look around. We are somewhere.
You see just stone walls and her.
Where's everyone else?
I don't know, and
I'm assuming you're like slightly, like you're no longer straddling me fully, but I can still assume that you're probably just still sitting on me, like, alright.
that's what I was thinking. I was
Yeah.
like, I look.
Like, I'm up
like,
now, but I'm still preventing you from moving.
I'm probably like sitting on your ankles.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay.
Give me a moment. Parno. It's another nightmare.
Yep.
This one's a little different, though. This one you're strapped into a chair. There's some weird thing that's been strapped over your head. And Master Bankhoff is just hovering over you.
It's gross.
So, you think it's funny to call me Wank-Off? It is not funny at all. And I will show you what funny truly is. And he flips a switch and you can feel the electricity coursing through your body.
No.
You feel the involuntary twitches as it courses through. It is pronounced Vankhoff. It is not pronounced W, it is V. And from now on, you will never pronounce it as such. And that's the day that you stop calling Corwin Corwin and call him Corvin.
Oh, I was wondering why you kept mispronouncing his name.
He doesn't know he was mispronouncing it, but I decided to use it. And with that, you wake up, like with a start, and you're in PJs.
I rub the sand out of my eyes.
You don't quite
Am I in
remember
the
what
upper bunk or
happened.
lower bunk?
What's that?
Am I upper bunk or lower bunk?
You're upper. And as you kind of turn your head over, like you as you're talking, you see him just goes and just leaps up with a start.
That was convenient.
I instantaneously like wrap my arms around her. And, like look over there.
I just put a hand up on the ceiling.
It's cold and a little wet.
I think it's okay.
No, this is not okay. There is so much not okay right now.
There's a clay pipe right next to you.
My head hurts. What's going on?
A little bit of a flash, and you remember the people sleeping.
That's the nightmare.
No, this is more.
No, that's a nightmare.
Oh well, okay, that's perfect. You do
Um,
so you do remember everything, but it's a nightmare.
It's just a nightmare. Yeah. Where is this?
So remember that part where I was talking about house arrest? I'm pretty sure this is similar, but more towards confinement like you were talking about.
You think we are a jail?
Did you try opening the door?
Well, I was getting to that point, but the blue lady, she came through the lock thingy, and she couldn't speak to me like I could understand. It was
Or
Oren, I think. Maybe Oren? I don't know. I don't speak Oren. I asked if I could talk to somebody who wouldn't kill me, and she seemed very confused by the idea I'd want someone to not kill me, and so then she went away, and I tried to wake you up, but I restrained you. I'm sorry, but I think maybe you tried to kill me, and I was trying to not wake up everybody else. I'm hoping you're not going to kill me.
He sits up on the edge of the bed, just legs dangling. So, did we figure out if Viola is Viola or not Viola?
I'm not sure if I trust her even if she is Viola.
Corwin wakes with a start, rushes, like he just kind of comes out and looks around at you like he's just sort of dazed, like he's not sure what to do. And
I'm
he
now
just
squeezing her harder, by the way.
You sound so gross.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that. I knew it was gonna happen.
I move my legs.
And he doesn't look like, it doesn't look like he's trying to fight it. It's almost like he wants to, and he's just like it's like he's trying to pull things out from his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's gross.
And he's sitting there and he just kind of has this like shocked look in his eyes. Did I? Was it still there?
It's best not to think about it.
Something you ate?
That's all I can think about. He looks up at you and gives you this glare.
I don't know.
Oh my god.
At this point, you hear the lock begins to jingle. Like
So, remember, see, look at that. That's right.
Nikita, get up here.
Nikita kind of leaps and tries to get up, but it's a little too far for her, and so she's like trying to reach up towards you. She's still a little weak, remember?
All right, I'm sorry. I will go down and get to Nikita and then bring her back up onto Christiana's bed.
Okay.
And I'm not sure about Streaker, but okay, yes, you too.
Streaker just kind of opens
Yeah.
opens her eyes, just kind of looks at you, shakes its head, just goes back to sleep, like it's disappointed.
Fine then. I'm going to rename you LV.
And actually, you hear sort of an echo within your head. You just hear this echo of the word Bane. And it's in your own voice. And you see the cat just sort of perks up its ears at that, as though it almost hears it.
Did you hear that?
And it comes over and looks at you.
You are creepy.
You get the feeling that that's its name.
I've been telling you that since you got it.
Nope. She didn't say anything.
Oh, she said you're creepy. I thought.
Oh, you're creepy. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bar jokes.
Would you prefer Bane?
It seems to have this sort of proud, like, as it pushes its chest out a little bit.
Nobody likes the names I pick.
It goes over and curls itself back up again. Oh, Fox likes Nikita.
Nobody else does.
Fox does. That's all that matters.
Okay.
So the door's open.
Door's opening.
So yeah, as Bane kind of goes and curls up into a ball, the door opens up and you see Viola pokes her head in. But this Viola is a little different than how you saw her before. This portion of her face, now you had seen it before, but you two hadn't. It's scarred and burned. And you're realizing that what you saw of the scaling is actually just burned. And that obviously she had some sort of like mask over to cover up the burns on her. You also see that her hand on this side is also burned all the way up. Couldn't see that before because she was wearing gloves and long sleeves, but right now she's wearing something much shorter. And you can see that her hand sort of has these burn marks all the way through it. You've heard before that people who are burned to that level are in just constant pain, even just in one small spot. And to have it across that much of her body must be excruciating. She steps in, closes the door behind her, and you can hear someone locking the door on the other side. If you don't mind, I would prefer it if all of you sat on your bunks to the farthest end of the room. Please. I think you know why.
I want to get away from you. I'm wondering why you want to get away from me.
She pulls out a device, and you're pretty sure it's what she had in her hand, but now that it's closer, you can make it out. It's got like a little handle on the side. It's a little metal box, and you've seen them before, like little music boxes. Just stay back.
A pocket orchestra.
We have a lot to discuss.
Can I sense motive on her?
If you want.
I do. I'm having trust issues right now.
I understand completely.
Dice Canyon.
What is that?
It's a 9.
10.
10. She's kind of keeping her cards like well hidden. You can't read anything upon her face. Do you go to the back to the sort of the head of the bunk?
Yes, but that would have been my... I'd want to get away from her anyways. I am afraid of her.
I will. I'll just do the kind of shuffle while you're still seated.
That's right, you still haven't told them about what you saw.
I haven't had a chance. The GM keeps cutting me off.
Gotta keep that flow.
What is this thing?
So, what's going on? I'm really confused.
Put that thing away.
No. Because if everything wakes up inside of you, this is the only thing to make it go back to sleep. We have some things to discuss. She sits down on the foot of the bed. And then she sort of realizes that you're up top. Christiana, why don't you go over to Parnham's bunk?
Sorry. That was like a fireman flying leap at your throat. I will say that.
Yes.
So wait, am I over there too?
And she just seems to have a completely serious look on her
Yeah.
face. And you're realizing that you did that to a few people.
Okay.
You're also sort of remembering now the Black Mask. And you're remembering going after Gaspar. Mm-hmm. For what he did.
Mm-hmm.
But he got away.
But his friends didn't.
I just slaughtered everyone else. Is this your friend? I don't know. Slice throat. Is this one? I don't know. They aren't anymore.
Let me ask them in their dreams.
Okay. I'll go sit by Parna.
Okay. I'm not sure exactly where to begin with this, or exactly how you're going to feel about all of it. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't exactly remember much of what happened when I took you from your homes. For that, I am sorry. But understand that what the Academy did to you, they did to me first. Sort of their prototype. So, I kind of have an understanding of what you might be going through at this moment. Some of you may not feel like any of this is real, like it was all just a dream, but I assure you it wasn't. It's very real. And over time, things are going to be coming back to you. Memories, things that you don't remember. The simpler ones are the ones that are going to come first. The more painful ones will come next.
I think we're already to that point.
I don't think you realize that we aren't. My name is Viola Vossenberg. I am of a long line of Vossenbergs that have run the Academy for nearly 150 years. When my great-great-grandfather initially found it, he did it with a device that he called the Harmony device. It was a device that allowed him to go into troubled youth, troubled people, and to give them ways to separate the things that troubled them and allow them to face them, to become whole again. When the troubled youth of very important people, not only in the city but in the world, began realizing that Vossenberg could do this, that he could help out their children, help out people who had been hurt or harmed when they were younger, they began sending them. And the Academy was born. And over the years, my great-great-grandfather, he helped people. He helped a great many people. But then my grandfather was born. His father, he thought that he could use the device to help people before they were born. To make it so that when someone was born, they were already aware, already able to deal with those issues. And so he used it on his own son. But all it did was create twins, of which only one was born, because the one that was born killed the one in the womb. That was my grandfather. And it's my grandfather who... There's a knocking at the door, like a loud banging.
Mm-hmm.
Just a moment. She goes up to the door and begins just kind of concentrating on the door, but she's also kind of keeping an eye towards each of you, like she's listening. But you don't hear anything. The story's going to have to wait for another time, children. But I can't very well leave you just locked up here. Before I go, I need you to do one thing for me. Look at your right hand. No, go ahead, look at your right hand. Now I want you to concentrate on your ring finger. Now concentrate. As hard as you can. As you're looking at it, the skin begins peeling away almost.
Oh.
Not like that, but more like an illusion.
Okay.
And you see a ring on your finger.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to take that ring off and give it to me. Before I can let you walk around, before I can let you go anywhere, that ring has to be removed.
What is it?
Do?
It does a multitude of things. Most importantly, it allows them to track you. In this room, it does not work.
It's stuck.
It's going to hurt. The ring is attached to your bone.
Oh, you gotta break your hand, don't you?
Did you say that?
Mm-hmm.
She nods.
Why should I believe you?
Believe me or not, I'm not allowing you to leave this room until it's removed. I'm going to warn you this, as soon as you take it off, you're going to be extremely hungry.
Wow, they're just stacking magical properties into the thing, weren't they?
Why don't you tell me why you killed my father, and maybe I will consider.
She looks shocked. She sits down. You need to take it off. I can't do it for you, only you can remove it. So either you're going to believe me and take it off and leave this room, or you're going to stay in here. She goes up to the door, knocks on it.
Nikita, what do you think?
She keeps calling.
Nikita just kind of comes up and nuzzles your knee.
She keeps calling us children. I'm 21. He's just saying that as he's examining the ring.
Wait, if this is Arno, this is unborn, how do we get off?
Depends on how it's mounted, I suppose.
Wait, Corwin's blacksmith, the ring may be metal, Corwin?
It looks as though the way that it's mounted is almost like it's attached into
To the pin, or-
yeah.
All the way through?
All the way through, yeah.
That'd be pretty bad. Is that when you take your finger off to do it?
You would have to basically crack the finger and then slide it off. Because you could basically like crack it, pull it through, and then,
You gonna open?
it doesn't look as though there's any point at
It's
which
not
the
external.
pin is
Oh.
externally
Internal to the ring.
mounted. Yeah.
So you'd have to break it enough that you can access the inside pin to...
Yep.
That would hurt.
The door opens after being unlocked. And she looks at each of you. Corwin's still looking at his.
So,
He looks up at Parno.
other than the unjust imprisonment thing, there's no reason I should take this off?
As I said, it's what they use to keep you trapped.
Who? I watched a very large fight
She
between
obviously can't
multiple
say.
parties who I have no idea what's going on.
The Academy. The trustees.
As someone who has experienced having a complete meltdown when people are tracking her, I am just gonna do it.
Okay.
Because the last time somebody started following me, I don't know how many people I killed.
Alright, you snap it,
Yep.
and it just kind of, you hear it crack, and you can feel the pain washing through.
Mhm.
But the weird thing is some part of you enjoys the pain.
Gross.
It's like the sleeping part of you is just sort of turning over.
Gross. Yeah, it's gross.
Like, I know. Everything's just gross.
Yeah.
It's like when it's
and
really cold.
And as you break it, you kind of like, the skin kind of parts. And you kind of
You're gonna
snap
make
it.
Krista throw up. Remember?
And you're able to actually then almost slide it out.
Yeah.
But you also realize then that your finger just sort of hangs
Yeah,
there.
I know. I noticed.
And give me a will save.
Yep. Can someone
Mind
look
you,
at the camera?
because of the whole pleasure is pain thing, or pain is pleasure thing, you're not going to have as high of a DC on not screaming and passing out.
Yeah, I gotta see what my. Okay. It's pretty decent.
Alright, I'll get a thing while you roll.
It's just water. It's fine.
No, that was the lemonade.
Oh,
All up in my shoe.
sorry.
I'm gonna go dump this out real quick. Pardon me?
You wanted to take the other one with you, Krista. Krista, there's two. Well, it's not gonna stain anything. It's just the carpet and Krista's shoes. And socks.
Okay.
Okay. So, rolling now.
Yep. Nice.
That is a 15.
15. You can feel the pain coursing through, but you're able to kind of fight back against it. And it still hurts.
Mm-hmm.
And she just kind of looks at you and reaches out her hand. I assume you give her the other one?
Yeah.
Alright, and she lets you pass through.
Okay.
And you go through the door.
Okay.
The other three?
Yeah, was it?
No, I went through the door.
Yeah,
He
nope.
said I was walking
But
away.
I can't talk through. I can't yell
Nope.
through the door.
She's passed through the door. This is like a through the looking glass thing. So
Well, I was like, before that though,
you can ask her as she's going. How was it?
before that, I would probably just instinctually, based off of what I recall, I probably would look at Corwin right before I left
Uh-huh.
and like,
He still looks up at Parno.
yeah, but
He nods to you. Like he's got. It's almost like he's got that look in his eyes. Like he's
Yeah.
just really impressed right now.
but it would be like, you
Yep.
know, like in a, how was it? Have you broken a bone before? Have you broken your own bone before?
Are you hungry?
Am I hungry?
Oh yeah.
I will eat your face right now if you would.
At which point you're escorted out the door.
Yeah.
And Corbin with Lillison.
I know.
Yeah, Cora's like.
I did not look at him after that. I looked
Good.
at him before
That's
that.
good. That's very good. All right, Parno.
I didn't know it was there before. He's talking through. I'm being told it's not good. Okay, it was hidden from me. I can sure. But I'm really partial to that finger.
You can get healed, remember?
Oh, I don't. Yeah.
I know.
No, I don't remember as a fact. Matter of fact, I've never had magical hit. Oh yeah, I have. One time I drank a potion.
Mhm.
He looks suddenly very angry. And says, "This is my story," and he breaks it.
Oh, with a really loud crack.
Gross.
And give me a will save.
And he's not even gonna pull it off. He's gonna hit it against the bed frame to get the thing off because he can't. I wouldn't be able to.
It's on for good. Oh!
That's better.
Oh.
No, to get it off, I'm not gonna be able to touch it while it's hurting. I'm gonna have to hit it against something.
Okay, so it breaks. You smack it. You kind of hear. You see it fall out. And-
My story.
and you pass out. At which point Viola comes over,
Did you roll?
and actually no,
Oh.
Viola doesn't. Corwin just goes and snaps his right afterwards.
He was waiting.
Goes
for
in
you
with
to
his
roll.
teeth and just rips the thing out.
Oh!
Let me give him a save.
Yeah.
He'll have a much better will save than I do. Stat, I imagine.
Yeah.
Though one wouldn't help with your
Okay. That'll do. Pulls it out while it's still in his teeth, reaches up and grabs Parno and throws him over his shoulder.
Well,
And grabs Parno's ring as well. And he looks at you, shrugs, and begins walking towards the door.
that's all you get.
Nobody's going to wait for me.
It's your choice.
And Corwin looks back. You're the one who seems to want to stay.
No, I don't want to stay.
It
After.
only hurts for a moment.
After
Now I'm
seeing...
eating
Sense
meat. I'm
motive.
picking my brains out now. I'm starving.
See, this is important because Viola said we would be very hungry. She tells me this is true, so maybe I think...
Do you need me to stay with you?
Corbin?
I can stay and wait if you're going to do it.
You wait 1 minute just to watch. And I walk up to Viola and be like, I will not scream, bitch. Like, right in her face.
Alright, give me that will check.
Oh!
Oh!
9.
9?
5. Oh yeah. Sorry.
You kind of like, it's that like held in scream, but it's still sort of there. And the cat like lets out a scream. Looks at you, not happy.
Can I
But
throw
it's
the
still
ring
in
at the
there.
cat?
No, the ring's still in there.
You gotta dig it out now.
Take it out, throw it at the cat.
Well, Viola's holding her hand out for it.
Okay. She can go after and get it after I throw it at the cat.
So you throw it at the cat. And it's now on the other bunk. I can't take it unless you give it to me. Look, I
Do
get
you have any idea how
Corwin-
unhappy I am with you right
Corwin,
now?
can you please wait outside?
No, fuck it. I will get the ring. Don't go outside. Just Corwin, just wait. Just wait.
Mishka,
What?
we need a moment. Corwin? Corwin looks at you. He looks back at Viola, and he shakes his head.
Corwin, don't do this to me.
Mishka, I don't know what happened. I really don't. And I am sorry for whatever it is that I did. I wish I could take it back. I wish I could do something different. And the only thing I can do is what is going on now. And that's try to help you and try to get my son back.
What? Who is your son?
And the only way I'm going to get him is if you help me. Please. We have to get Hamish back.
Oh!
Alright.
Please. Corwin's just like looking at her, like in shock.
Oh, I thought he was gone.
No, he stayed. He said he
He
refused
said
to
he was
leave.
gonna stay with you. That's
Yeah,
right.
he shook his head.
Well, I get the ring, give to Viola, run over, kiss Corwin.
On cheek.
Yes.
He kind of blushes a bit. And the two of you walk out the door.
3. I'm just not.
Well, one
Two
kind of
are
lumbers.
walking, 3 go out the door.
And we'll pick up the rest of it next session.
Oh my god.
And I want to say thank you to everyone who's watching on the
Thank you
VOD
very much.
and everyone who's watching this live. I hope everyone had a great time. We love you very much, and we are very grateful that you're here and watching. I think it's very cool that you guys are enjoying this. So, yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye now. Bye. Bye.
Goodbye.
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 See you in 2 weeks. 2 weeks.